What's up everybody, my name is Sephirak. Welcome back to my Dark Souls 2 No Death, No Bonfire playthrough. Where we left off, we killed the last giant and unlocked the mansion here, got everything inside, and now we're going to go to HEIDES Tower of Flame and only kill the Dragon Rider, because we have no use for anything the old Dragon Slayer gives us. We don't need any treasures over on that side. We don't need to get into the Temple of Blue. So we're just going to go straight to the Dragon Rider. Only to the bonfire directly past him. And after that, we're just going to come back to Majula and go straight into Huntsman's Copse, because we don't need to go into No Man's Wharf. I'm not a big fan of that area because it's so dark and time consuming and you can get hit a lot, so I'm just going to avoid that area completely. And here we are in HEIDES Tower of Flame. HEIDES Tower of Flame, however you want to say it. These guys are extremely easy to fight. You just duck under their attacks. You duck under the first attack, move back so it doesn't hit you with the second, and then duck under the third, just like that. Real simple. And they give a good amount of souls as well. Here's our first bonfire here. Now the mace guy here usually gives, or used to give me some trouble, but I figured out how to fight him. Usually you just stay real close to him like this. He won't be able to hit you with most of his attacks. This move, this ground slam. And for the rest you can just block if you're using a shield, and it's really simple. And he drops a Sublime Bone Dust, which unfortunately we will not be able to use because you have to sit at a bonfire in order to burn them. And what those do, in case you don't know, is they upgrade your Estus flasks and make them stronger. Which I think we have some Estus Flask shards we need to take care of and give to the Emerald Maiden. We'll do that once we're done with Dragon Rider. Again, just stay underneath his arm, back away, and then underneath his arm. Won't be able to touch you. Lord's Talisman, it's gonna come in handy later. And let's hit this switch, make that boss room a little bit easier. As you can see, the floor is gonna come up. And that is the boss room that we're going to. And you can probably see in the very corner of the screen right there, that is the Dragon Rider. That's the boss we're gonna fight. There's another one of these switches in this room. The way I like to handle it is basically how this room works. You walk in and this two-hander guy will come at you, and these other two guys will back away for some reason. But once the two-hander is low, the other two guys will come after you. So I'm just going to take this guy out. They should be coming after me about now. Alright, instead of fighting them both at the same time, I'm just going to run around behind this guy. Continue this way a little bit. That way the other one, as you can see back there, goes back to his post. And we can fight this guy alone. Really simple. You don't even need to block his attacks. I'm just blocking. Just be careful in case that happens. Really, really easy to knock these guys down as long as you take them on one by one. Their short sword's almost dead here, but that's alright. We have plenty of other weapons we can use. And then another lever will pop up right here and completely close the floor to that boss arena. Let's just break the sword real quick. Don't have to worry about it anymore. Break. Go. Let's use the HEIDES sword. Seems fitting. And then here we just have last two-hander. Take your time. You don't want to get hit, because he will do a lot of damage. And over here, careful not to fall. There should be some green blossoms. Those will increase your stamina regeneration. And here is an NPC we can summon for this fight. But we really, really don't need him because this is one of the easiest bosses in the game, and you'll see why shortly. Basically with this guy, keep rotating to the left. Once you get behind him, he doesn't know what to do. He can't hit you. I'm just going to demonstrate that. He has no idea. His AI just kind of bugs out a little bit, and he'll block and just stand there and just swing over your head all day long. So really simple. That's literally the entire boss fight. He's a pretty pathetic boss. I wish they designed some harder bosses in this game, but it's alright. It's still a fun game. Got me there. Wasn't moving to the left enough. But as you can see, even when he hits you, he does extremely low damage. Especially for a boss. So just smack him whenever he hits. Actually staggered him right there. That was the stone ring doing work. Hit me again. Again, no damage. Staggered. It's fine. And he's dead. So, I got hit a couple times, but it's alright. It doesn't do much. And we can just walk right on up here, and there's another bonfire. And another NPC.
Are you from these? My name is Lycia.
Lycia.
I have come to
Thank
spread
you.
the art.
Forgot her
I
name.
can see that you are, but the cost.
She sells miracles. We obviously have no use for them at all, so she's pretty useless to us. except for opening up the pathway to Huntsman's Copse, which is what we're gonna do. Just talk to her, go through all her dialogue, blah blah blah, talking about cathedrals and spreading the good word, and tricking people and taking their souls, basically. That's what she's all about. Once you just go through all her dialogue, then she'll go back to Majula. This way, that is the way to No Man's Wharf, and we will not be going that way, like I said earlier. We don't need anything over there, it's just going to be a waste of resources, basically. So, let's head back to Majula, and we'll see you there. Okay, here we are back in Majula, and here is Lycia. And I'm just gonna talk to her and tell her to move up the path, which is right over there. Move path, need 2,000 souls, no big deal. Now you can kill her and just grab the key for yourself and open it, but I highly recommend not killing her because she's extremely strong. She will probably just kill you easily. Now I don't know if you were looking at my health bar while I was running back here, but as you can see, it's pretty much completely full again, and that was only from the Ring of Restoration. So that's how impactful this ring can be, especially doing this kind of playthrough. We didn't have to waste any life gems or anything like that. Now at this point, I think we're going to need an armor upgrade, so let's go check on Maul and see what he has for us.
Oh, I've stopped. They've been selling rather well.
Yeah, he's doing better now since we bought a shield early on in the game. And he has a lot more choices than what he previously had. Now, I don't really know what I want to get. I think I might get this Elite Knight armor. That'll be an upgrade from the Falconer armor we are wearing. Although it is going to be heavier, but we should be fine. Let's just check really quickly, because we want to keep our burden under 70% so we can still fast roll. As you can see right now, in the bottom right-hand corner, it's at 58%. So we have a lot of room to experiment, really. So yeah, 66.2%, we're still good. And armor looks pretty boss. Let's see if we can get something else.
Get to buy?
Let's see, that's 6.9. Go to the Falconer, 5.8. We might be able to do the leggings as well. Could get the helmet too. Let's get the leggings first, though.
Thanks, very.
Yeah, that'll bring us to 68.4. I think that's good enough. We don't really need anything else. I usually don't wear a helmet because I like to see my character's face, and there aren't really any cool-looking helmets in this game. At least in my opinion, I'm not a big fan of helmets in this game. If anything, I'm talking to you again. If I do wear something, it'll probably be like a cowl or like a thief mask or something. Kind of to give me that assassin-like look, like like Assassin's Creed, whatever. But I can still see my character's face, so that's why I like to wear those. But I mean, we don't need one anyway. It doesn't boost our defenses by that much. And I'm not really planning on getting hit anytime soon. Well, I do get hit, but you know what I mean. We have Estus Flash shards.
Bearer of
I think.
seek lest this.
Yeah, I think we have 2, maybe? Oh, only 1. That's fine. And before we get some levels...
What?
Just want to repair a short sword. And... I don't think... Nah, we don't have anything to upgrade anything important, so... just gonna leave that.
I'll be around if you make it back.
I think that's all we need, really. So let's see if we can level up a couple times.
Bearer of the curse, lest this.
Yeah, we can get a couple levels. I think I like our strength and dex where they are. I'm gonna bring adaptability up 1 more point, I think. It doesn't... I guess it doesn't matter at all, does it? We'll just leave it there. Let's just get more vigor. That'll give us a little bit more health to work with. Alright. Now we do have a bunch of consumable souls we can use. We could even use these boss souls if we want, but I'd rather not use the boss souls. So yeah, we have a bunch of souls we could use, but I don't really need anything else, and I don't want to use them on levels. So let's see, what else can we do? We can talk to Kale. I think he has a ring for us, maybe, if he's there. And he'll be right down here looking at the map. There he is.
Oh, hello again. You've made it. The map, I presume. Of course. Even...
He likes to talk a lot, so I'm just gonna
Did you
skip
see
it.
It was... But there is... It's something... It wasn't... But there... It's...
No, he doesn't have anything for us yet. I think we need to make more flames appear before he gives us a ring. Alright, in here, I never showed you, but there's a little cat. And she is.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me. So,
Shalquar.
what? Ooh.
And she lets you abandon covenants, check your covenant statuses. We haven't joined any covenants, so nothing to worry about there. She has some rings. Ring of the Evil Eye, Silver Cat, Red Eye, Name Engraved, and Ring of Whispers. The only one worth buying... Well... Silver Cat's worth buying, because this is the only place you can get it. And it reduces damage from falling. We won't be needing it at all. Name Engraved Ring is for online play. As you can see, easier to connect to players who chose the same god. So that ring will basically allow you to choose which server you play on. So if you and a friend are trying to do some co-op, you can choose the same server and have an easier time finding each other's white soapstone. And the Ring of Whispers, we will be buying this soon, actually. useful for locating hidden enemies and perhaps for a few other things as well. Locating hidden enemies is really not important to us, but it does allow us to talk to an NPC and get a very good ring that will be extremely useful to us. And she just sells Homeward Bones, Prism Stones, Alluring Skulls, and Lloyd's Talismans. We don't need anything from her right now, but we will be coming back for this Ring of Whispers eventually.
Nothing suited you. Well, that's dismissed.
And I think that about wraps it up for preparations we need to make. I think we have everything we need. We have plenty of arrows, which is fine. So we can head into Huntsman's Copse and take out the Skeleton Kings. But I'm debating whether or not to go to the Lost Bastille, because once you go there, we won't be able to return because we can't use a bonfire unless we use a Homeward Bone. But I don't really, not a big fan of using Homeward Bone because it kind of just leaves you wherever it wants to, since we haven't rested at a bonfire. So sometimes it'll bring us back to the very, very beginning of the game in Things Betwixt, and other times it'll just bring you back to a random bonfire. So if we go to the Lost Bastille, I'm not sure how we're gonna get out before killing the boss there. So I think next episode we're just going to go into Huntsman's Copse. We're going to take out the Skeleton Kings, or Skeleton Lords, whatever that boss is called. And from there, I'll have decided whether or not I want to go to the Bastille or continue on to Harvest Valley. And from there, that's another point in Harvest Valley where you cannot run back to Majula. It's just impossible. So the only way to get back to Majula would be use a Homeward Bone and be put somewhere that we can run back to, or go all the way to what's the boss? Go all the way to the Old Iron King. That's the boss, and defeat him and get to the Primal Bonfire, which will bring us back to Majula. So, until then, I will see you next episode. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, favorite, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I am Saphirek. I will see you next episode, which will be tomorrow. See you then.